Apartheid, an Afrikaans word meaning, the state of being apart. Literally, apartheid was a system of racial segregation in South Africa enforced through legislation by the National Party, NP, the governing party from 1948 to 1994. Under apartheid, the rights, associations, and movements of the majority black inhabitants and other ethnic groups were curtailed and Afrikaner minority rule was maintained. Apartheid was developed after World War II by the Afrikaner-dominated National Party and pro-urban organizations. The ideology was also enforced in Southwest Africa, which was administered by South Africa under a League of Nations mandate, revoked in 1966 via United Nations Resolution 2145. Until it gained independence as Namibia in 1990. By extension, the term is currently used for forms of systematic segregation, established by the state authority in a country, against the social and civil rights of a certain group of citizens, due to ethnic prejudices. Racial segregation in South Africa began in colonial times under the Dutch Empire, until 1795 when the British took over the Cape of Good Hope. Apartheid as an officially structured policy was introduced after the general election of 1948. Legislation classified inhabitants into 4 racial groups: black, white, colored, and Indian, the last 2 of which were divided into several subclassifications, and residential areas were segregated. From 1960 to 1983, 3.5 million non-white South Africans were removed from their homes and forced into segregated neighborhoods, in one of the largest mass removals in modern history. Non-white political representation was abolished in 1970, and starting in that year black people were deprived of their citizenship, legally becoming citizens of one of 10 tribally based self-governing homelands called Bantustans, 4 of which became nominally independent states. The government segregated education, medical care, beaches, and other public services, and provided black people with services that were inferior to those of white people.